Now to forecast next week's weather, here's UNL Extension statewide climatologist Al Dutcher.
Well, folks, here we are again. It's time for our weekly forecast. And over this last week, the major precipitation event during the 7-day period was through the Sunday night through Monday time frame, when we had a pretty significant severe weather outbreak across portions of south central through northeast Nebraska with some very heavy precipitation in the 2 to 4 inch range. Essentially from just southwest of Columbus all the way up into the extreme northeastern part of the state. So this is a very welcome widespread precipitation event for the northeast. Unfortunately, to the southeast of there, precipitation totals dropped off rather dramatically, and much of southeast Nebraska missed out on the moisture, as was western Nebraska. Then we've seen another piece of energy move across the state as we moved in through the Wednesday through Thursday time frame that dropped some thunderstorm activity basically from Lexington eastward along the I-80 corridor and then dropping southeast across southeastern Nebraska. Precipitation totals dropped off rather dramatically as it moved toward the southeast, but we still got some welcome moisture. We're going to need to see more because there's been a recent dry trend established firmly across Kansas that's been pushing northward over the last 30 days. And so we're going to be welcoming any precipitation we can get at this point in time, especially considering the very warm temperatures that we've been experiencing, and more of it is in the forecast as we move forward in time. So let's take a look and see whether we have extended rain chances in this forecast. And as we go to the maps for today, what we're going to notice is that the trough responsible for the precipitation earlier in the week has now established itself over the eastern Corn Belt, and we see ridging over the western United States. It's going to slowly build in as we progress through the next few days. So for today, we're looking at highs in the mid-70s across the northeast to the mid-80s across the southwest, and we can't rule out some scattered showers, particularly across northeastern Nebraska, as pieces of energy rotate around this trough. Now, as we go into Sunday, what we are going to notice is that the ridge starts to build toward the north, but there's another piece of energy expected to roll through the southern part of the state as we go through Sunday afternoon, and that may trigger some scattered thunder shower activity, and it may become more widespread as it moves toward the east-southeast. But overall, we're going to see a boost in temperatures to the mid-80s across the northeast to the low 90s across the southwest. Now, as we go into Monday, that ridge is probably going to reach its peak on Monday, so we're going to probably see our warmest temperatures with highs in the upper 80s across the northeast to the low 90s across the south. And again, there are indications that we could generate some scattered thunderstorm activity, but again, it's not going to be very widespread. We may even see some more precipitation in the western panhandle than we've been experiencing recently. Now, as we go into Tuesday, what we're going to notice is the ridge starts to pivot its way eastward, and this trough tries to make an inroad into the northwestern United States, and that's going to rotate pieces of energy. So another chance for scattered thunderstorm activity developing Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday evening, starting in central Nebraska and then moving eastward. It looks like it's going to miss much of the western part of the state. Well, again, we're looking at highs in the upper 80s to the low 90s, and as we go into Wednesday, we're going to notice that ridge slowly moves eastward and that trough comes closer, so another piece of energy rotates out, chance of scattered thunderstorms. Highs the upper 70s north to the mid-80s south. As we go into Thursday, what we are going to notice is that it's pretty much a stationary pattern. Again, looking at upper 70s to mid-80s. And as we go into Friday, what we are going to notice is that ridge starts to reestablish. Temperatures boost up to mid-80s to low 90s. 8 to 14-day forecast indicates above normal temperatures, and in terms of precipitation, a very dry trend.